Hello, everyone, and welcome to the sixth episode of Everything Under the Sun. So, today's episode is very close to my heart. It's what I've been dealing with practically my entire life, and it is something that more people should be aware about, and that is eczema. Yes, eczema. Eczema, right? Y'all need to know about it. It's a lot of people that deal with it. This is the reason why I even became an esthetician, is because I wanted to know about my skin. I wanted to go more in depth as to why is my skin flaring up? Is there a specific reason underneath? Like I want to know more than what the internet tells me or my doctor want to prescribe to me, right? So, we're going to be going through a lot of information, but y'all got me right. All right, so eczema is no fun to deal with, especially if you're a child. You gonna itch, okay? Eczema is itchy. I don't care what nobody says. Like, I don't think nobody understands that, like, burning sensation is like if you get a mosquito bite and you can't scratch that shit. Do you know how hard it is to not scratch when it's itchy? But the more you scratch, the more it spreads. So we don't want that. All right. So eczema is also known as atopic dermatitis. It is inflammation to the skin. It is skin irritation. And atopic comes from allergies, right? Not the word, but it comes from allergies. So when you're thinking about eczema, think of allergies, right? Eczema is not contagious. It is genetic, but it's not contagious. Just because you can see somebody with like a dry patch, you know, don't get it confused with windworms. A dry patch doesn't mean if you touch them, you're going to start getting it. Nah. It could either come from, genetics, as in your parents or your grandparents, or it can come from the environment, where your skin got dried out, your skin was inflamed, your skin was irritated, and then you started to develop eczema, right? Eczema normally looks like a rash due to the dry skin. You will constantly see, if you will see it, it looks like a scabs. You'll see the person either rubbing on it, patting it, or scratching it, right? The proper definition for eczema is characterized by patches of red, itchy bumps or inflamed skin. You can get flare-ups. It's very uncomfortable, right? So eczema is not something you want. I don't think anybody wants eczema. Especially the people that do have it. One thing I could tell you, growing up, I had eczema as a teen, so I didn't really get pimples. But, girl, them cold days where it was snowing and it was cold as hell, the back of my neck was so itchy. The places that you would sweat the most, like the crease under your arms, between your legs, the back of my legs. Oh my God, my neck. I don't know why I even sweat back there, but I did. And I would have I would be so embarrassed to show my neck. But I'm happy because it was snowing and it was really cold, because I'm from New York. If you don't hear the accent. My name is Shakira and I'm from the Bronx. Sorry, my bad. So it was so embarrassing. One thing for sure, if you know somebody that does have eczema or suffers from eczema, we are suffering. You may not see it all the time. Right now, I'm not in an inflamed state, because I'm feeling kind of relaxed. And I also do my skincare routine, which I will get into, right? your kind of like your best friend when going through that. But let's go into more details about eczema. So usually you would see it on somebody's neck, like I was telling you about, their upper arms and their back. Bro, your back. Your elbows, knee creases, like I was telling you, anywhere that it really sweats. The back of your hands. Sometimes, like I know my mom, she used to get it like right here. She'll get it on the palm of her hands, and on your toes and feet, and sometimes in the places you don't want eczema, but it's there. You don't ask for it. Research shows that 85% of people with eczema experience itchiness every day. There will be some times where I'm constantly scratching, and your body is not going to tell you to stop. You know, a lot of the times when we are getting flare-ups, it gets worse at night because we're sleeping, and it could be itchy and we're just scratching, right? This is why I don't have like stiletto pointy nails. One, because I didn't want to poke my client and then I just fell in love with the shape. But two, when I'm scratching myself, it's not like I'm poking myself. Because I know it's going to happen. And also, it's very hard to sleep, especially when you're in an inflamed state. There are different types of eczema and different reasoning. It could be your skin barrier is not strong enough due to the environment or due to what you're putting on, like your lotion or your cream or something. Guys, if you have eczema, lotion is not your friend. Lotion is not your friend. Cream is your friend. That thicker substance is your friend rather than lotion, which is like water intake. Our body doesn't need water. It needs more like a thicker oily scent. You don't want to be too oily, but we need that barrier, right? And water goes through. So you will get dry within an hour. So cream's your friend, not lotion. That is my first advice. All right. Like I said, and genetic. Both of my parents, mi padres, los tienen. Both of my parents have eczema. It's great. It's great. I did pass it on to my son, which I really hate. If you have eczema, there will be a strong possibility that you can pass it on to your children and your children's children. But it all depends. Genetics are weird like that. So now going into that, unfortunately, eczema, there is no cure, right? But it is manageable by identifying and avoiding those things that may cause those flare-ups, those inflammation, and like I said, having a great skincare routine. And not having the same skin routine you do for your body to your face. Don't do it. Okay? From your friendly neighborhood skin teacher. Right? There are different types of eczema. You have allergic contact dermatitis, which is skin reaction that occurs often when you connect with something that the immune system doesn't recognize. So basically, if you have allergic reaction, right? Irritation of the skin when you have blisters on your hands and your feet. Neurodermatitis, so that's scaly scabs of the skin, right? You have hand eczema, which is, that you use when that comes with a lot with people that are working with their hands. So like a nail tech or a hairstylist, especially when you're using a lot of chemicals, that really burns like the layer of the layers of your hands. Your hands have many layers. So your hands and feet actually has the most layer of skin. And under your eyes, guys, has the least amount of layers of the skin. Skin tip. No, skin fact. Also, another one is numeral. Told y'all last episode I'm dyslexic, so chill out. Eczema, which is round coin-shaped spots on the skin. So it looks like a wingworm, but it's not. And status dermatitis, which is fluid leaking out of the weakening veins of your skin, causing swelling, redness, itchiness, and pain. I had that happen to me once, and that was because I was scratching it so much, especially like a certain spot, and I was like, yeah, that it became like very liquidy. But that only happens like once in a blue moon, and I try not to scratch it. Also, another tip for eczema: if you are inflamed, get ice, right, and put it on the skin. It's gonna burn, especially if it's like really, really red and you're already starting to see the flakiness of the skin. It's gonna burn, but it's going to help kind of like that healing process. And that could be a great way to stop you from scratching, right? So irritants, what can cause eczema is your types of soap. So your detergent, dryer sheets. I let go of dryer sheets completely, and my life have been so much better, right? For me personally, how I dry my clothes is I use Tide. No, not Tide. Free something. Where it's like free dye, free perfume. There is no scent at all, right? And it's for sensitive skin, so you'll see like hyperallergenic, blah, 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 but it has no scent. That's for my detergent. I don't have fabric softener. I stopped using fabric softener. I realized for me and my son, sometimes we would get like itchiness from wearing our clothes. So I switched over to using vinegar in my form as a replacement for my softener. Really helped. Really was great. And I don't use dryer sheets because I get those little bolitas on my shirt and I don't like that. So I started using the balls, the dryer sheet balls that you could just pop that bad boy in. And it is very cost effective because I don't got to keep on buying it. I bought a pack of 5 from Amazon, and I will tag that below. I also tag the detergent I use. I get my big jug of vinegar from BJ's. Get you a membership, okay? Costco or BJ. I prefer BJ's, all right? Because BJ's helps with the gas, guys, okay? You go to a BJ's, that gas is always lower. Sorry. All right? Bubble baths are actually not good. Like, especially if you use those balms, because it has a lot of fragrance, a lot of perfume, which is really not good. Certain soaps, I like all soaps that have, especially avocado, because it's very nutritious when it comes to your hair and your skin. Oatmeal, that was my secret. Oatmeal is your best friend. Oatmeal. Anything with oatmeal. My soap and my cream is, my soap is lavender and oatmeal. Can't really put that down below because it's actually from my business. I'll still tag it. I'll still tag the name. If you want to buy, you just let me know. And I have some, but I'm not open. I actually closed. That's another story. I don't really use anything outside of that. I used to use Dove, and I only use the sensitive skin Dove. But for my Dove soap and for the deodorant, it started making it really, really itchy. And it come to find out it was actually from the aluminum. It had aluminum and it was making me very, very itchy. So I started using Nave. If I'm butchering it, I'm sorry. I get it from Target. I'll also comment it down below with an Amazon link. Really good. I haven't had any irritants, and I smell absolutely amazing. I also tried their soap for the body. A1. Especially because in the back, it tells you what each ingredient is for. You know, and coming from an esthetician like me, I really love that because anything informative to help me better my skin, like all these words, I don't know. I feel like if I can't pronounce it, I ain't buying it. So that means it's very hard for me to buy stuff. So I'm Googling. It takes me a long time, and my boyfriend hate coming with me to Target. Okay. Um, like I said, oh, disinfecting like chlorine. Yo, the pool is not your friend if you have eczema. It's not your friend. Immediately when you get out the pool, go take a shower. Don't sit there under the sun chilling. Nah, go take a shower because it's going to dry your skin even more faster, and then you will start to itch. Right? Like I told you, fragrance, perfume, dyes, not your friend. Not your friend. Okay? Anything wool or coarse fabrics, not your friend either because it attaches on the skin, and anything that goes on the skin, even if you don't got eczema, you want your skin to kind of breathe. You want it to you don't want something always on top of it like this. You know, I like to have cotton material. I try to be very specific in what I use, but having a type of detergent, very important with how your clothes last. Food. I didn't know this until recently, but dairy is not good for us. Am I going to let go of dairy? No. No way, Jose. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm going to minimize, but me letting go of cheese, queso, y huevo, eggs. I let go of milk. I use oat milk. Best thing in the world. Best thing in the world. It's thicker than almond milk. Almond milk I had on my little face, but not. Oat milk, A1, right? Stress. I have stress eczema. Yes, I have stress eczema. So stress can really inflame the skin. Mind you, your body is a temple, guys. Your mind and your body are connected. Your body talks to you, especially when you are ignoring it, right? I know that I'm under a lot of stress once I started to get inflamed, like really itchy, and I can't sleep through the night. I know that I'm stressed out. And what relaxes me is I love doing an oatmeal bath. And I try to take a lukewarm bath or shower. I try. Also, dust. 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 That's why my rooms have carpet, but I deep cleanse. I do a deep deep vacuuming once a week, and I vacuum about, I'll say once a week as well. So I'm vacuuming twice a week because the floors gets a lot of dirt and a lot of dust, and not good. I dust my house once a week as well. Dust is not your friend. Okay. Pets. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you need to get a hyperallergenic pets. Yo, they all shed. All of them shed. Even the ones that are hyperallergenic, that just means that they have human hair instead of like fur, right? But it's still shedding. So, like I said, cleaning up, right? When you're hugging it, try to, when you have it on your clothes, like try to take that off. Wash your hands. Always a lot of dirt under your hands. I have a little scrub to help me under my fingernails. That's also a reason why when you scratch it spreads, because your hands are dirty. Yo, do you know how many germs are in your hands? Everybody be thinking kindergartners be having nasty hands. It's all y'all. All y'all got nasty hands. I especially noticed that when we went in the pandemic, in the panorama, and I saw how many nasty people didn't wash their hands. Like, hand sanitizer is not going to help you, sweetheart, and alcohol is not good all the time. You need to wash your hands with soap and water and scrub on you. And then I don't like to use the dryers because that also has a lot of bacteria. There's this video that I read, and this video that I saw changed my entire life. Okay? I never, after that, never use dryer. Okay? I shake it off. Hand dry, walk it off. If I have to open the door, I'll use my shirt, right? Or I have a napkin, use a napkin. My father told me the nastiest thing in the bathroom is not the toilet, it's actually the doorknobs. Crazy, right? Because when you think about it, do you clean your doorknobs when you be cleaning the bathroom? I do. That's only because my father told me. You guys do that. Okay? Also, environments like traffic pollution and cold temperatures, also really hot temperatures, is not very good for eczema, right? But we can't really control all these things. So again, what type of detergent you use, do things that are in your control, right? If there's certain things that are not in control, like where you live, honey, sorry, my lip gloss be popping. What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? I said my lip gloss be cool. My lip gloss be popping. And all the boys be stopping. Having a good skincare, very, very important. Okay? So how to reduce the trigger, how to reduce getting inflamed and stopping it before it starts. Sometimes you can't, but washing your new clothes. Don't put that new clothes on. Even if you don't got an eczema, you are nasty. You don't know how many people try that on. You don't know what other people have. Okay? And even if it came from a shipment, do you know how dirty shipments, like ship places are? Wash the clothes. Okay? Using dye-free and fragrance-free products, like I told you. Listen to me. Use sunscreen made for sensitive skin. You should be using sunscreen anyway and applying 2 to 3 times. Every 2 to 3 hours. If you're indoors, I'll say 3 hours, right? I'm trying this as well. Like for me, I go in the morning, right? My lunch, so I go in the morning, that's 7 a.m. By like 11, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm 4 hours, right? By 11, I'm reapplying, right? Then 11, 12, 1, 2, right? Then at 2, which is my final block, I'm just putting it back on, right? And I don't use my hand. I like to use the roller. I'll show you the one that I use. I'll tag it down below. I really love it. There's a roller, but I also have, if I'm using, my favorite one actually comes from Circadia, but you have to be a licensed esthetician, or you could just hit me up, your favorite esthetician, and I can purchase it for you and ship it to your house. My favorite all-time Circadia is actually the sunscreen because it doesn't leave you that white cast, but wash your hands before applying the sunscreen throughout the day, okay? Limiting your showers to 15 minutes using lukewarm water. I know you like to take hot ass showers. We all do, especially after a long day with each children. Especially. But use lukewarm. I'm sorry. Sorry. And I don't know who's taking 15-minute showers. My showers are like 10 minutes. You know, probably 15. Probably 15. If I'm going further than that, it's because I'm washing my hair. But use lukewarm water, right? Use gentle cleansers that have been tested on sensitive skin. Like I said, pomegranate, great for sensitive skin. Oatmeal, your bestest friend in the whole wide world. Aloe. Aloe is also a really good ingredient for your skin, right? Avoid any harsh abrasives or loofahs. So abrasives, as in like those scrubs, right? Or loofahs, like it's very hard sometimes, or even the brush. Sorry, babe, we can't use that. What I like to use is for because I exfoliate my body. What I like to use is from, I make it myself. I'm not even going to lie. I have an Oatmeal brand, and I actually use walnut shells. Very good. So, it's so good. I also have, I use salt. Salt is a little, I use it on my son, especially over the weekend. He broke out everywhere. And when I tell you it was everywhere, I did the salt bath for 3 days at night. So I put the salt on him. I rubbed it down everywhere. He was crying. And then I put my lavender, my mint. It's called my calming. It's called Calming Bar. It has mint in there. It has lavender in there. So it's called the Cooling Calm Bar. It's to calm inflamed skin. And then when he got out, he had an oatmeal cream that we used. Amazing, top of the line. Avoid rubbing and scratching, like I've been saying all this 27 minutes. Pat dry. Apply moisturizer on a damp skin. So like when you pat yourself, right? If you're like a little bit wet, that's okay. Rub your moisturizer. You notice how I didn't say lotion. Rub your Thank you. Rub your moisturizer and you'll be good. And wear sunscreen. To end things, oatmeal's your friend. Aloe's your friend. Lavender's your friend. No lotion. And for the love of God, no steroids. Why did I say no steroids? I know doctors love prescribing creams that have steroids in them. A lot of eczema cream medicated eczema cream have steroids. Now, here is the problem with steroids, right? When you get off of it, it's like your skin becomes an addict and it wants it and it starts to get inflamed again. And then you think, oh, I just need to put the cream back on. It's the steroids. And then depending on the amount of steroids, there's percentage to this. There's levels to this shit. All right. I don't like to use steroids. I go to my dermatologist. Even though I'm an esthetician, I go to my dermatologist. She tries to prescribe to me, but I be telling her I'm good. I'm good with my natural stuff, with what Mother Nature gave me. She gave me the goods, and I'm gonna stick to her. Right now, it all depends. I'm not telling you to go against your doctor. Not at all saying that. Not at all. It's just what works for me. I go natural, and I've had eczema my entire life. And especially becoming an esthetician, I learned the little tricks to it. And I don't need the steroids. I haven't used the steroids since I was in high school and maybe even before that. And I'm okay with it. My brother still uses it. He's okay. He's taking steroid shots. His is more severe than mine. But like I said, changing your diet, not using a lot of grease in your food. Grease is not your friend. Grease is not your friend, right? A lot of junk food, not your friend. Not your friend. So like corn, anything with corn syrup, not your friend, which is a lot of things. Okay? So before we leave, I'll tell you a little bit more about my journey with eczema. Like I said in the beginning, I had eczema my entire life. It made me very, very insecure, especially during those really, really cold periods. And when it was really, really hot in the summer, I'll get it especially between my thighs, because thick thighs save lives. I wasn't thick back then. I was actually really skinny. But, I'm Spanish, so I still got a little hip, a little butt. So when it starts rubbing, the constant rubbing, right, that friction, that was not, my skin said, no way, Jose, okay? And it made me very insecure until, my mom started doing her remedies on me, the Dominican remedies with the oatmeal bath and stuff. My mom helped me so much with my eczema and just making sure that I felt really pretty, because like I told you, I did not. Me learning the things I can and cannot do. I can and cannot do. And like I said, the looking back at it, I wouldn't do it any other way, because it made me curious now. It made me want to help others, especially if you got children that have eczema. Watch my video. I also have videos on TikTok from my Rebalanced Spa page that has videos on eczema, but it's the same thing as listening to this. Eczema is not contagious, but since there's no cure, I'm doing the best that I can with what I have, and what I have has been working. You're still going to get inflammation. There are still going to be outbreaks, and that's okay, right? Come back to this video, watch what I say, and let me know if you guys have any other questions about eczema. Just comment below, and let me know what are your issues, if you're having difficulties, if you have questions, let me know. If you want to know about different products, let me know. If you want to buy products, either from my store or either from Circadia or Glymed or Skinscript, they have many amazing. Oh my God, I even forgot. Yo, CBD for eczema, A1, top of the line. Glymed has an amazing CBD line. I use it on myself every day, at night. So my question for you guys is, how do you deal with eczema? How do you deal when you are inflamed? Or what does your parents do for you when you're inflamed? Or what do you do for your kids when they're inflamed, right? And I don't know why I said that. I will see you guys next week. All right? And thank you for listening and watching everything under the sun. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.